Hi, I'm Ellie from Bromia Glass, and I'm going to show you how to replace a pane of greenhouse glass using my very own greenhouse. Now, let's get the elephant in the garden out of the way first. Yep, you, yes you, clear off. This garden is a work in progress. We moved into this house a couple of years ago and we just haven't got around to it yet. We did, however, manage to plant a lovely apple tree and the apples from it are absolutely delicious. Now, before we moved in, this greenhouse had been left unused for quite some time. And as you can see, there are lots of bits missing and lots of broken panes. You should see the state of the roof. It's an absolute nightmare on the other side. But it seemed like the perfect opportunity to show you guys how you go about replacing a pane in your greenhouse. Now, greenhouse glass, or horticultural glass as it's known in the industry, is 3mm thick, and it's not made to the same standards as window glass. Because of that, it's very, very cheap, but you will get bits with waves or blemishes in, but don't worry, that is absolutely normal and don't worry about it. Now, horticultural glass comes in three main stock sizes. 610 by 610mm, which is 24 by 24 inches for those of you still using old money. 610 by 457, which is 24 by 18. And 730 by 1422mm, which is 28 3/4 by 56 inches. The glass is held into place with these clips, called W and Z clips due to their shape. These are available to buy in packs of 10 from our shop. The W clips, sometimes called wire clips, use tension to hold the glass into the frame of the greenhouse. They are used along the vertical edges of the glass. Z clips, sometimes called overhang clips, are used on the top of the glass, which the piece above rests on. Here are some of the existing clips in my greenhouse. You can see how the frame is resting on the Z clips and how the W clips are holding the glass in the frame. Now, when it comes to replacing the glass, there are a few things you will need. A decent pair of gloves, a pair of needle nose pliers or other tool to remove the clips, and a decent pair of shoes. You definitely don't want to accidentally drop the glass and end up losing a toe as well. And yes, I know my safety shoes are scuffed. Now, this is the broken piece I plan to remove today. I've already removed the broken shaped piece above, and I'll be getting somebody at work to cut that for me in the coming week. Now, these W clips can be an absolute nightmare to remove, especially if they're old or if they're rusty, or, well, even if they're new, they're a bit of a nightmare, to be quite honest. Now, needle nose pliers are the best things you could use, the kind of right angled ones, which I haven't got a proper pair of those, so I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my Leatherman. What you want to do, doesn't matter if you're using something like this or a pair of pliers, is have your finger on the middle piece of the W clip, and then prise that off just like that. Now, it's a good idea to have a pot or something to put these in, because what you don't want is animals picking these up. So I'm just going to throw that in my greenhouse for now. You can see how loose this piece is because it's broken right down there. And so for this one, I'm going to do the same again. There we go, getting the greenhouse there. And yeah, make sure you keep a hand on the glass, because if I didn't have my hand on the glass then, that would have just gone straight down. I'm just going to pop that on the floor, and we'll remove the bottom half, which again, go for the W clips, prise one part of the spring clip off, like that, and you can't see, but on this side there's a plant that's dead that had been growing up along here. Look at that. No idea what that was. And now you should just be able to lift him out. and goes in at an angle, so when you're putting a new piece in like that, and then centered, because if you try and pull it straight out, it won't go nowhere. And you can see one of the Z clips caught on the bottom of that one. And there is the other Z clip on top of that one. Oh, and a little spider. And now to fitting the new pane, which I have managed to leave in the utility room, and all of the clips are in Lily's pocket. Now when it comes to putting the new pane in, you need to put your Z clips on the existing pane of glass, so that the lip of the Z clip is on the outside of the glass. Now, get my glove back on. Here is my fresh piece of glass. Not at all requisitioned from the other side of the greenhouse, I promise you. And so you slip it in one part of the frame, and there it goes, just like that. And it rests on these clips, as you see. Now we need to get the W clips in, which again are in my back pocket, and I can't do it with my gloves on. So these clips sit like that in the frame. So you slot it in just like that, and opposite of before, this time you push in the legs into the frame, just like that. And I'll do the other one, just down the bottom here. So once again, sits like that in the frame, and it's actually easier to get one leg in first, and then push the other one in just like that. Now once you've got your W clips in, it's advisable to use 4 on each pane, 2 on each side. You can get your Z clips and pop those back on top, ready for when your next pane is cut and fitted into place. And that's how you go about replacing a pane of greenhouse glass. I hope you found this helpful. Have a good day.